All right. So this E is actually data bus. This E is actually control bus. F what is B? C A.
Oh.
All right. एड्रेस बस यहाँ पर बाई डायरेक्शनल दिखाई है. अच्छा. You should not take it like this is actually taking data from here and going there and all. It is actually by the order of control unit. Okay. What is actually happening is it is not from that perspective as we have studied it. It is from a different perspective. Okay. Actually, it is single directional. It is single directional. So actually, every bus has got several purposes attached. Okay, the one that we have is that it is only pointing out to main memory. Over here, you can see that it is also pointing out to accumulator. It is actually a different purpose when it becomes internal bus. Okay? If you eliminate this part, you are only pointing out to memory. All right, that's one of the reasons. Okay, so let's say this is that a 5% thing that I said that would be your surprise. All right, this is ALU. All right, everything that is happening is being stored and taken from arithmetic and logic unit. It is doing arithmetic, it is doing logic, and it is keeping the data for us as well. Okay, but through what? Accumulate. So when ALU wants to keep data, it asks control unit, and control unit sends that data out to general purpose register. Okay, this system clock. This is telling to start. The new interrupt generates, and it starts the new cycle. And this one is what? The data bus is carrying data between main memory and general purpose register, and you would not see data register here. Okay, surprise part. Okay, that is how the whole thing works. So you would have to actually have an idea. This is the first question ever which is not specifically talking about one register. It is actually talking about the group of registers. Okay. I would appreciate if you could study the examiner report for the same. It would be more explanatory, right? Okay. Then this is what we discussed. Clock speed is a factor that affects the performance of PC. Explain this statement. Assembly language program can contain both macros and directives. This is the definition. Remember, do not try to write a lot. If it is of 3 marks, 2 points in each is good enough. Give example of use of a directive. Now this is again that part. Example of directives. There are a couple of examples I have given in the notes, but that's not part of your syllabus. This is just for the referral. So again, I would appreciate if you could study this examiner report, that what they actually meant from it, though it is not part of the syllabus. Right? Let me tell you one thing. Let's say there is a compiler which checks everything. For example, if we have got an array from 1 to 7, some compiler is bound to check if the loop is going beyond 7. You may pass a directive that would not check for it, but then it would lead for an error that we call the error that actually suspends the program, because it will generate program error. Computer will actually crash the program. Okay, so compiler directives are the directives for compiler for what to do, sorry, assembler what not to do. Now example, that is something which is beyond the syllabus. So let's see हमारे पास मार्किंग स्कीम में कौन सी एग्जाम्पल और हमारा एग्जामिनर क्या बोलता है. ठीक है. Alright, now here this is two pass assembler thing. You need to understand one thing, that the following table shows part of the instructions for a processor. The processor has one general purpose register, the accumulator and index register. Now complete the trace table for the following assembly language program. Table, क्या ये सिंबल टेबल में सेव होगा. इंस्ट्रक्शन, और ये वाला जो पार्ट है ये कौन सा है, इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, ऑपकोड या ऑपरेंड, क्या बोलते हैं इसको, ऑपरेंड. These are operands which are actually referring to some memory locations. And if you could see, इस सारे का सारा जो है relative addressing, it is not direct, it is relative address. Now relative addressing means that this particular label will be saved as a symbol with a value or address 0. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Base register plus 8. Base register plus 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Base register plus 14. Relative to the start of the program address. The instruction, the first instruction. Now, let's first solve it. Offset is 10. Where do we use offset? Do we use offset as an index, or do we use offset as a variable? So here it is being used as variable, although it is called offset. Okay. So LDV is again, LDV is LDM. Okay. So accumulator, offset. What is offset? 10. Accumulator has now 10. Compare with the value. What is value? 32. So answer is false. So JPE would not work. Out. LDV offset, compare with value, JPE would not work, out CH. Hold on. Accumulator, what is LDV? Let's first. Relative addressing. Oh, it is not. It is LDX. It is LDX. Relative addressing. Move to the address and locations from the address of the current instruction. load the content of this address to the accumulator. 10 times आगे जाएगा ये. 10th value. This is LDV as in LDX. Sorry. So LDV is actually relative address. So from there, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So accumulator would be what? 50. Okay. Compare with the value. Value is 32. If it is equal, it is not. Out. So what will be out now? 2. Then we have LDD offset. Load direct offset. What is offset? 10. This will be loaded. I told you that if something is mentioned, then we would have to follow it. If something is not mentioned, then it is what? Accumulator. It will become 11. Store at offset. Offset is no more 10. It is what? 11. Jump to start of the program. It goes back. LDV offset. So now it is 11 positions. This would be now what? 65. Compare with the value. Value is 32. So it would go on for 3 times. Value is 32, not equal. So this would be ignored. And out character. Out character is what? 65. So it would be A this time. That is how it would work. Then it will increase and make offset 12. It would go to 89. Then offset 13. It would go to 32. There it gets matches and gets out. All right. Now it is relative addressing. So now the same table called symbol table with 2 columns. One is symbol, other one is value or address, whatever. So what it comes across first? Start program. What is the value? 0, because it has address 0. When addresses are not given, automatically first address is taken as 0. Then it comes across what? Value. Now this is forward addressing. We don't know. It would not be initialized, not initialized. Jump to end program. Not known. Out, there is no symbol there. LDD offset. So offset unknown. Then increase. Then store offset again. Jump to start of the program. Then it comes across end. End program. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Offset is 9. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is first pass. It is collecting all the symbols and their relative addresses, which are called values. Is it clear? So for every question which does not make sense at first, try marking a scheme, but do not leave it. Go for the examiner report and they will explain that what they had in their mind when they set this question and with what perspective students had actually attempted and what they think how it should be attempted. All right. examiner reports for any subject where it becomes a little tougher, go for it. Examiner reports. I have uploaded these examiner reports. I'll share it by